welcome once again to Journey to Success, presented by the Black Business Alliance. And my name is Marjorie McAllister, and I wear many hats, so I'm not going to break my title down. I just wear many hats. And if this is your first time joining our broadcast, what is the Black Business Alliance, or who is the Black Business Alliance? Well, we are the supportive network committed to the success and growth of Black businesses. We offer access to funding, resources, and a community of like-minded entrepreneurs, all aimed at fostering growth, prosperity, and opportunity within the Black business community. And I know I said a mouthful. And so today we have a wonderful guest with us, none other than, hold on, let me make sure I get your name. I know it's Addy. What's your last name, Addy?
Reyes Ramos.
Addy Reyes Ramirez or Rama?
Ramos.
Ramos. See, I'm not. It takes a Spanish twist, you know, to do stuff like that. So we want to welcome you to today's broadcast, and it's been a long time coming, but see, because I'm mature in my thinking, and I understand it's nothing like the perfect timing. I mean, we could plan things the way we want to plan it, but it does not get done until the perfect timing. So I know today is the perfect timing for you to come in the studio and speak about your goodies, speak about your gifts, the gifts that God has given you, and how you're utilizing it, not only to build yourself up, but to build kingdom and to share with community.
That's right.
So the first question I have for you today is, you already told me your name, but again, I want you to tell the audience, what is your name and the name of your business, Addy?
Sure. So my name is Addy. Addy's Reyes Ramos. And the name of our business is Tierra Soap Company. Some people think my name is Tierra because sometimes you name the business after yourself, but no, it's Tierra Soap Company is the name of our business.
So is there a method to the madness of Tierra? Why Tierra?
Yeah, so Tierra has a Latin root, which Tierra means earth. So it's just products from the earth, or soaps from the earth. We are as we are a sustainable company, we believe in taking care of the land that God gave us and the resources that we have. So that's kind of like where the name comes from.
This is beautiful, and it's always good to know the backdrop of something. Now you can say, oh, I understand why, you know, because all your soaps are natural. So no, I won't even say it. So you're going to tell us about that, but not right this minute. And now, who do you serve? You know, what area of the community do you serve? Do you serve all of the community or just certain parts of the community?
You know, some people, it's really hard. I've been asked this question several times, like, who's your target market? I'll start by saying that the reason why we began doing this was to serve first and foremost our family. That's kind of like how it all got started. We never imagined that this business was going to grow in the way that it has. We're very happy that it did and that it has been growing, and we love the community that we serve. But our first base, if you want to say our first target market, were our children. We, as you might know, within the Black community, melanated people, our skin is quite sensitive and needs specific treatment. Our children all have skin conditions. Our middle child has eczema, and that's kind of like how it started. So I want to say, leading from that standpoint, we serve people anyone really, who is currently struggling with dry skin conditions, and eczema. We stay away from saying that our product is a luxury product, not because it isn't, but because we don't want to put the title of something that is not accessible. Luxury almost sounds like, you know, only can be accessible if you have, or if you have, you know, to some people. Although it is a luxury product, we don't label it as such. Is more of like a good that is meant to serve people who need it, people in need. Outside of that, yes, it is beautiful. We serve anyone who wants to give a beautiful product, a product that has meaning,
Mm-hmm.
a product that offers healing, um, as a gift. And I'm pretty sure you'll ask me like who else we serve, but
Mm-hmm.
that's our primary
Primary.
customer. We do have um, additional an additional customer base.
Okay, well, you hold that thought right there.
Yes,
'Cause
I
we're gonna-
will.
I want you to speak about that too, but we get into the meat of this first, and then I'm just going to put a note here to get back to that part
Yes.
of the interview. So I'm kind of curious now. It started because one of your children
Mhm.
had eczema,
Mhm.
and then so here you are as a mom. Is this your first child, second child?
So if we want to back up a little bit, so
Mhm.
it one of the reasons that allowed, so my husband, I have to say, I don't do this alone. I do this with my husband. He's the one who basically designed the formula that we currently use with the soaps, right? So there's the unofficial story, right, which is the one that we present online, which is yes, we did it because we wanted to create products for our family, which is true. However, when he first started making soaps back in 2020, it's kind of like a tragic beginning to it because his father passed away in 2020.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he flew out to go, take care of that with family and bury his father. And he met up with a sister that he had never met before, actually, and they had a wonderful relationship just within that short period of time that she invited him over to her home, and that's when he discovered that she made soap. And so the idea sparked from a tragic beginning, right, because his father did pass away. That's how he met this sister that he had never met in person before.
Wonderful.
She invites him over, she makes soap, and he comes back home with this idea of, oh, this is something that we can do. And because it's right in the middle of COVID, his dad passed away in the summertime, we still are, sort of locked in the house still, still have some time in our
You had
hands
time.
because we had so many of our jobs had moved from a corporate office to working from home, and just having time in our hands and the desire to just create something to keep us sort of occupied led him to making the soap. He had already tried doing other things at home prior to that year. He had tried doing kombucha, other types of arts.
Really?
He's pretty creative, actually. He is a mathematician by
Okay.
career. I'm an
Yeah.
accountant as well by career, but we both have an artistic side. So
Wonderful.
that's kind of like how it officially happened. And then
okay.
after that, we just no longer had to continue buying natural products from the store. We were making them ourselves. I do have a natural upbringing. I was raised vegan. My dad would always purchase natural products, so I was always buying these things. So it's nice to now just be able to make them myself.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, you answered so many questions that I was going to ask you
Oh.
too. So, because, in my mind, I'm like thinking, oh, how did she do this? Did she get a dream or whatever happened? But you tell me this was stemmed from tragedy.
It was.
So your
sort of.
husband, yes, your
You know,
husband's part. So
God makes beauty from ashes. So I
Yes,
believe that there's
yes.
always,
timing again.
again, timing.
And out of evil came good because it happened, it all started during COVID.
Right.
And so many businesses were
So
birthed
many.
during that season.
Well, because
so
we had time, right?
You
Which
had
is
time on
a
your
luxury
hands.
that people don't know that exists. Sometimes it's like to me, wealth is time.
Mhm.
If I have time, then I'm wealthy. I
Okay.
have time with my family, and that's how this was born. And I was always a crafty person.
Mhm.
So even after my husband made the first bar of soap, which was nothing like any of this,
Mm.
I was like, okay, how do we make it more appealing now that we want to transform this into an actual business?
Okay. So out of curiosity, what did the first bar of soap look like?
So the first bar of soap, I'm not quite sure if it was the activated charcoal soap that we have, but we do have, he did 3 of them. We do have one that is still home. It was sort of like a greenish soap. It was kind of like sage, aloe type. That's the first bar of soap that he
Sage?
ever, sage.
Okay.
It's like a sage, eucalyptus type soap. He did modify the formula after that, but that was the very first soap. Very basic, one solid color, no, funky little ingredient. It was just a green soap,
Variations.
and then
colors.
the activated charcoal soap.
Okay, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And as I said earlier, you answered a bunch of questions that I didn't really was about to ask you, but I want to ask you this one question.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a defining moment when you knew that this was your path, both your husband, because now we cannot leave your husband out of the
We
equation.
can't leave him out.
Right,
No,
so,
we
and
can't.
shout out, kudos husband.
Yes,
You want to
kudos
say shout out to him
Richard.
too?
Yes,
Richard?
absolutely. Yes, he dropped
Yes.
me off actually, right,
Okay.
for this. He's my partner in every way, right?
That's
so
wonderful.
like he is my very good friend. He is, you know, the father of my children. He's my business partner, and I really do enjoy doing what I do with him. So, defining moment. Like I said, I think that. So I do have a business background. So I have an MBA. Prior to even knowing that we were going to have a business, it's just I love listening to the stories of my mother talking about my grandmother and my great grandmother, who she was and how she was a business owner. I think that, you know, on a side note, talking positively about the things that your ancestors have done really helps formulate ideas in your mind as a young person. So I knew that I wanted to have a small business at some point. I just didn't know when. I didn't know it was going to come so fast. We still have small children, so it wasn't something that we sat down and strategized.
Right.
I just think that having the background that I have, and my husband being someone who comes from a very humble upbringing, and knowing that you constantly just have to just continue creating to just generate income, right? Led us to making this an official business. So all the little things that he was doing on the side, I was like, I don't really see potential there. You know, with the whole kombucha thing, there was like string art that he was trying to do. I was like, that's a little too time consuming. But once he did the final product, once he was like, okay, I think I got the formula, and we used the soap at home and we shared it with some friends, we realized like this is actually pretty good. And me being the business person that I was like, okay, well, this has a good shelf life. We could add a good markup to this. This is something that I don't need to have so many licensing in. I know that it's a consumable, so people can use it, continue purchasing. I think that that's kind of like when it sparked on me, like there's craft fairs we can attend, and it's not like the soap doesn't go bad. It just can sit there for years, actually, and actually the longer it sits, the better it gets.
The better it gets, right? Yes.
So that's kind of like when I knew, like, okay, people like it. It's a consumable, and it makes sense. Let's do it. I want to say that that was in 2021. So almost a year after just research and development and trial and error, I was like, okay, we got to officially register this business. And it took off from that point on.
Beautiful. Now, you know, my wheels are turning. So was there a time when, you know, you're putting all of these things, you're mixing up, you're patenting the stuff and all of that, and then maybe something hit you like a ton of bricks, frustration or something, somewhere in the interim, and you thought, should I go on, even though it's looking good?
Yeah.
Were you like fearful of the future? I mean, yes, now it looks good,
Yeah.
but these questions, but what if, just what if?
Yeah.
Were there any of those moments that you experienced in your journey to success?
Right. So I try to consider myself a realist optimist. You know, like I am an optimist. I am very realistic as well, though. So it takes a lot to kind of like discourage me once I have my mind set on something. I know that this business has so much, there's so much more to this business than where it is now. So I can't say that I've ever been discouraged. I will say that currently, however, we are facing, I'll say, a difficult time, and it's nothing that we can avoid, right? So I have 3 children, as I have mentioned, the youngest being just 1 year old, and the oldest being 18. So there's a lot of family transition happening right now. My daughter's, I'm getting ready to send her off to college.
Okay.
She's going to Hampton.
Oh,
So go
beautiful.
Pirates.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. So that's happening. I have a baby still. You know, technically he's a toddler, but he's a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So that's happening. My husband, who, as I mentioned before, he's a mathematician and he's pursuing his doctorate. So he's in the final phase of that, just to continue growing.
Congratulations.
So
Yes.
nothing bad. It's just, again, it's time, right? So it's time consuming. The more I focus on my business, the less time I have for my family. The more time I spend with my family, the less time I can focus on my business. I have parents who are aging that I am assisting. They're assisting me, but I'm assisting them too. My husband's mother is also aging. So I want to say that because we are very family forward and focused, there's a lot of things that are happening now that we just can't avoid. They're not bad things, but it does take time away from the business. I keep on saying like, oh yes, I want to do more content creating and I want to share more and I want to do this, that, and the other, take more clients and be at more shows. But then I also, it's like, well, I'm taking time away from my baby if I do that, especially because I do have a full-time job and my husband does too. So I want to say that this right now is a defining moment for us. But at the same time, we have such an enormous, such a great village that sort of keeps us going. We have really good friends, great partners that keep on supporting us and reaching out and saying, hey, how about this? And we have this opportunity. So those things keep us still going and in business. We are at the farmer's market every Sunday, and we make it a family affair. My two kids, my two younger kids come and play and help us, and everyone knows them there. And we're hoping that we'll make it through this phase that we're in. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we're enjoying it. So we don't want to rush it either.
I just love all of this, because it has me thinking too. Persistency is the key.
Yeah.
The race is not given to the swift nor the battle.
That's right.
Well, what is it? It's the endurance piece of it.
Correct.
And given all the things that you've been imparting to me right now, I see the perseverance and thus the beauty, the success, more wealth to come.
Yes, more to come.
I'm just speaking it because, our words are containers of power. What we say is what we get, and you've been speaking it. You've been saying, this, and that, and thus, here's the results.
Absolutely. Well,
So-
I also believe that we all have multiple gifts.
Yes, we do.
One of them being to create. I believe that we are all given the ability by our Creator to also create. Not necessarily just for us, but for the impact that we will have on other people. So, it's also like, well, we were given this. We're not going to just let it fall to the wayside. Yeah.
It will not fall to the wayside.
No, it won't.
It will not, because the thing is, you've sown a lot of seeds, and BBA is one of those seeds. And I kid you not, when we have our functions, your name comes on the top for who can we call as a vendor.
Yes.
Tierra.
And I love being there.
And thank you. We love having you with us
Thank
as
you.
well.
I love
Your
it.
products is amazing and fantastic. They smell so good. They do your body good, and among other things. So we are just grateful that you are a part of the BBA family. And we hope and we pray that this trend will continue for a long time. And even when you get even more successful and perhaps move to another location, you will still be on the forefront.
That's
Can we
right.
call Addy?
Yes, you can.
And I know you hop on that first plane and come.
Yes, I will. No, I don't
And I'm not
forget where I
just
come
saying
from.
this, because
it's
this
true.
is who she is. This is really who she is. So thank you so much, Addy. Let's take a quick 2-minute break, and then we'll come back and finish up the next segment of the Journey to Success, sponsored by the Black Business Alliance. We're taking a break right now. Okay, so welcome back to Journey to Success, sponsored by the Black Business Alliance. And of course, again, I'm Marjorie McAllister, and today we have with us our fabulous guest, Addy, and I'm going to touch her last name.
Addie's good.
I'm a stickler for messing up people's names, so I'm just calling her by her first name. And so we had a very interesting conversation of, humble beginnings and where she is now and what the plans for the future are, where she's headed. And off camera, we were just chit-chatting a little bit, and I found out some very interesting things about her soap business, Tierra. And I'd love for Addy to kind of share a little bit of the stuff that we spoke about how you are not only family oriented but community, the things that you do, you give back, and what you have to offer community, who you have in mind, and again that the products are vegan friendly, and all of those things, little by little. I'm not trying to put too much on you, if you remember, but in little increments.
Yeah.
Share with the audience some
Sure.
of the things we spoke about.
So again, due to the upbringing I had, I was watching Captain Planet as a child. So I was raised up to take care of the planet and be a good steward of the planet that we had. So from the beginning, I knew that I did not want to package things in too much bulky packaging and or stay away from plastic as much as possible. So all of our soaps are wrapped in Loca paper, which is an eco-friendly type paper. We do source from India and Nepal. You don't have to cut a tree down to create this paper. It's done from like a bark of like a bush, so it just keeps on growing. It doesn't end the life of let's call it a tree. And the tins that we use are reusable, so it's not single use. You can use it again for anything else. We also, because we sell at the farmers market on Sundays, the City Seed Farmers Market in New Haven, shout out to City Seed, one of the very first partnerships that I had that allowed our business to grow was selling at the farmers market, which I love just the concept of having farmers market. We've been there since, I want to say 2022, probably, I believe. We purchase so many of the products that we use in our soaps from local farmers. So we buy wildflowers, lavender, we buy honey from local farmers and growers. And then not only do we sell our products directly to the customers at the farmers market, but we sell to local businesses too. So we buy from local farmers, we create the products in Connecticut, in Hamden, New Haven County. We sell at the farmers market, we sell to local businesses, and then our customers who are also local shop our products at the market, at the businesses. And just the concept of creating that circular economy brings us a lot of joy. So we allow the businesses to grow with our products because they're able to mark our products up and sell it at a good price, and they buy from us. So we do that. We also partner with local organizations. So we have designed and created products for Yale. We also just finished teaching a soap making class over at the University of New Haven to some of the students there that are taking summer classes, some teens that are there. Shout out to UNH, my husband teaches there.
Okay.
Yes. And we love to give back. So we have, every year we have an annual event over at Possible Futures Bookstore. Shout out to Lauren. That is called Love Beyond the Bars. It's a partnership between Tierra Soap Company, the bookstore, and former and current incarcerated individuals, where we combine some of the soaps that they donate to us, actually, and soaps that we donate, and then community members come and bring non-perishable items and other things like socks and gloves, and we create care packages, actually.
The pocketbooks too?
We'll take pocketbooks. We create care packages for women and men with hygiene items, and we give it back. We bring to local shelters. We bring them to the parks and to areas where folks might need them, and we donate our soaps along with the care packages. Something that we are also, it's in the works now, is creating a foundation. I'll keep the name to myself for now until it's official.
That is fine.
But we do have plans on collaborating with orphanages in the U.S. and overseas to ship the raw material to the orphanages and create the soaps at the location, show the children how the soaps are made, and then just leave them with a good supply, a couple months worth of soap. So that's something that we're looking into doing. I'm not quite sure if I covered everything you asked me.
Yes, you'd covered everything
Okay.
and then some. This is just amazing. I'm just taking it in. It's like I'm just so blown away.
Oh, okay.
You know, because
thank
looking at you and, I mean, we speak, yeah, but not in depth like this. So it's good to really know what happens behind the scene and you know, the in-depthness of what you are doing. And I'm so proud of you. I really am,
you.
you know, because I would have never known.
Yes.
You know, if it was not for this interview right now, I would have never known that you are doing so many things behind the scene. So hats off to you, kudos. I really am proud of you. So I want you to, you bought some of your products. You mind just sharing with the audience
Okay.
a little bit about your products?
Sure. So the
Please.
first thing you'll notice, and just so you know, we are not required by law to share our ingredients, but we do anyway. So all of our products have literally every single ingredient that we use. This is the Star. It's turmeric, goat milk, and honey soap. It is our most popular soap currently because, like I said, a lot of people that look for our products are looking for a solution to their skin. And, you know, because we are not doctors, we cannot say that we cure, right? But I will say
Disclaimer.
we offer a decent amount of relief to people who have eczema, dry skin, and just, you know, want something to soothe their skin in general. So this is the Star, is our turmeric, goat milk, and honey. We also have another popular one, which is our black raspberry and vanilla. This color is actually obtained by using rhubarb. That's kind of like how you get that reddish color. We use rhubarb powder. So, and we use fresh raspberries to make our soap. We also have like a men's line, quote unquote, although I do believe, you know, everybody can use whatever they want. But because this is a partnership between my husband and I, he's like, oh, you should add a couple more like masculine scents.
You know the men are going to start raving.
Yeah,
Everything for the women, what about us?
I obliged, you know, I did. We have Fresh Cut, which is a nice scent. It's like the oatmeal type, but with a little citrus. I feel like it reminds me of when a freshly cut lawn has lemongrass in there. The green is like from spirulina. It has coconut shell powder. It also has goat milk. I realized that a lot of guys actually love the goat milk, so we use a lot of that.
It's becoming a fast trend, popular
It
trend
is.
these days, yes.
It is. We also have Good Trouble, which I named after John Lewis, our hero who passed away not so long ago.
Okay.
Then we have, you know, some nice scents, lavender blossoms. We do use, a lot of our products do contain essential oils for those who are looking for products that have essential oils, which are known to also help heal and create a sense of healing. So we have lavender blossoms. We do purchase our lavenders from a local farm and peony. And then because, you know, we like to keep things trending just to keep our customers excited. Yeah, and happy. We change our products by the season. So we have seasonal collections. These are just two of our seasonal soaps. Summer in Oak Bluffs, one of my favorite vacation spots in Martha's Vineyard, and Cabo, which I love to travel and be inspired by the places that I travel to.
Of course, yes.
And in 2023, I believe I traveled to Cabo with my mother, who, shout out to Mom. One of the reasons why we have this business today is because of my mom. She definitely encouraged us a lot. And she's my travel partner. And we visited Cabo, Mexico. And we created a scent, a soap named after Cabo. It has agave and passion flower notes and nopal. So we have that. And then as our business continued to grow, we realized that people wanted more things. So we've done more. So this is one of our popular products is our body balm. It's like a body butter. Also all natural. All of the ingredients are listed. Really popular now to, you know, since it's summertime, there's a lot of mosquitoes. The essential oils actually help keep the bugs away. So besides the fact that it just leaves your skin feeling great, it's a really nice product to have to keep the bugs away too.
So what do? You
just
rub
grab
it
it
over
in
your skin?
your skin, whole
Okay.
body. Actually, you can use it
Okay.
on your hair, you can use it on your face. That color that it has is from the lemongrass and from turmeric. that we currently add a little turmeric to the body balm. So that's really nice. We also have a face oil. It expanded from the beard oil that we had, but I decided to do one that didn't say beard on it. So the ladies,
something for the beard?
no,
Okay.
this is just for your face in general,
face
beard
in
or no
general.
beard.
Face
We do
oil.
have a beard oil. We
Okay.
also have a hair oil, but this one's just the face oil. It has
Okay.
rose hip, argan, vitamin E, all these good things. Again, all ingredients listed. And one of my favorite products actually is our bath salts. I call them bath soaks. They're botanical bath soaks because it has more than just salt. This one is called Detox. It's really good for just cleansing your whole body, actually. So many of the impurities that our bodies absorb throughout the day are held in your skin. So soaking in minerals, which again, our body is made up of so many minerals, by the way, just does us so good. It relaxes you, it soothes your muscle, it helps release toxins from your body. This is made with activated charcoal, sea salt, Epsom salt, and a bunch of other ingredients like eucalyptus, spearmint, lemongrass.
All the good ones.
Yeah, so we have a full product line. If you want to, again, see the whole product line, you can come visit us from now
Let's leave that for
until
last.
November at the farmers market. We have
No, leave
all
it
of
for
our
last.
things there.
We
Okay.
want to give them more exciting stuff,
Okay.
and then you kind of hold them, and then okay, at the
Yes.
end you just tell them, oh, if you want more, this
Yes.
is what you got to do, and all
Yes.
of that.
Mhm.
I mean, but that's what I was looking at your skin, and like, ooh, that's why her skin looks like that. Your skin
Oh,
is
yeah.
glowing because she uses all these
I
natural
do.
stuff that the gifted hands and the gifted hands of her husband puts together,
Yeah.
orchestrated by God, and
Yeah.
look, we have all these wonderful products. So you see, BBA is making a difference. And I mean, we know
Always.
we're not the only ones, but we've played, I know, like a major part
Absolutely.
in your business endeavor. So
Absolutely.
we're going to wrap up in a few minutes. So what's the best question to ask you now? Has your business grown since the first time? And of course, the answer was yes to that one.
Yes, it's grown in ways
Now-
that we didn't expect to. So.
I thought about when you were speaking earlier about the waves, how it ebbs and it flows, the ocean.
Yeah.
And you were saying you don't know what's next, but you kind of pause. But then the ocean came to my mind, the ebbs and flow, because the sea has a lot of junk in there too. And sometimes when the storm comes and, you look on the beach, because I'm an island girl, and I see all this debris and all of that. So sometimes you have to get rid of the junk, not really necessarily junk per se, but some of the things that we thought, well, this would work, but when the ocean comes and the ebbs and the flow, then you purge your mind. It's like, no, I'm not going to go that way. Here's a bright idea. The world is trending. What's going on in the world right now, and people are becoming more and more conscious of health and well-being and all those things. So I think by doing the natural stuff, we're going back to Eden. So this is a big hit right now, and I really appreciate the timing and how God just gave this to you and your husband in this time, for such a time as
Right.
this. Because again, the proof is in the pudding. Not only you're doing the stuff, but then when you're getting raves about there, and you're going to the farmer's market and you're making strides and people are talking about you. How does it make you feel? Make you feel like, wow, I'm so glad I never gave up. Even in the midst of COVID or whatever adversity that was going on in that era, and even now per se. Let's address that for a minute or so.
Yes. So I think that I'm a very I think a lot, Sometimes I think a lot, talk to myself a lot.
Oh,
One of
listen,
those
I'm right
people.
with you.
And sometimes I wonder, why did this business come at this time? Why now? What am I obtaining besides the material, right? The monetary, which is necessary, right? Because as I mentioned to you earlier, I have a daughter going to college, and it is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. even with all of the things that we're doing to get scholarships and grants, and this is still not enough. So I want to say there's that. But I also want to say that human connection, the human connection and the relationships and the people and the doors that have opened just to make more connections, and to put God in the forefront, right? Because I don't put God, he's right here, right? Has probably been the biggest thing for me personally. I have met so many beautiful people through this business. I have made lasting friendships through this business. Right. People who, I mean, I don't know if I can say, when I hear the things that our products have done for them, the confidence that it's brought them, you know, when I hear stories of like, oh, I tried so many things on my child and he was bleeding, you know, and using your stuff, it's made him so much better. Or just hearing when people are like, sometimes I just have a bad day and I take a shower with your soap and I just feel so much better. It sounds, at first, it's like, oh, that's kind of cute. But then when you think about it, it's like if we could all, right, as people, just make little, give other people little glimmers of joy, then maybe this world would be a better place.
It would.
Right? If we could all act upon the gifts that we have all been given in a fearless way, right? Not think that what we're doing is too small or too insignificant. Because sometimes those are the thoughts, right? It's like you live in a society where you're taught to hustle, to go to school, to get a degree, to, you know, try to get that corporate job. And then when you have that, it's like, okay, this is not bad, but is this all that there is to life? You know, is this all that I'm supposed to be doing? And then, you know, when God gives you something like this, or whatever it might be owning a hair salon, or, you know, learning how to tailor, or anything that puts you in contact, direct contact with people, and you're able to just have that contact with individuals on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and give them joy with something that you created with your hands, I want to say that's priceless.
It is priceless.
That's priceless, and I don't want to take anything away from that. Sometimes I do brush off compliments, and I'm like, oh, okay.
But then you come right
but
back to
then I come right back,
yep.
and I'm like, you know what? No, it's a big deal.
It is.
It's a big deal that we're able to give people joy, give people solutions, meet people, create relationships, establish friendships, all because my husband was like, okay, let's make some soap, you know.
The one seed
it's
that was planted,
right? Yeah.
And it just blossomed into a mighty oak.
Absolutely. And then bless others, right? Bless others, because we don't believe in keeping anything to ourselves.
Yes.
We want to bless others along the way, too. We want to create solutions. My dream is to have a business where I'm able to hire women, immigrant families, men and women who have passed through our criminal justice system and have a hard time finding a job. Like that's my dream. One of my dreams is doing that, and inspiring them to create and do. And
beautiful.
You know, so
beautiful.
Really
you're just inspiring me. And speaking about inspiring me, what role, I'm going to have the audacity to ask, what role has the BBA played in not only your inspiration, but helping you to, you know, enhance your business, take it to another level?
Absolutely.
What role did we play?
I'll tell you
we
right now.
We want to hear that part.
So, absolutely. So, you know, sometimes, and I want to say exposure is great, right? So exposure is great. I think that sometimes I've been offered deals and, you know, labeled as exposure, where we have to give so much, right? So much. And we have, right? It's like, oh, we're having this event and a lot of people are coming. Can you do, you know, 500 bars of soap for us? We won't be able to pay you, but it's good exposure, you know? Oh, we're doing this, and it's, you know, I have to travel miles and miles away. But so much of us is required, and don't get me wrong, I am a giver. I love to give. For those who know me, I do like to give, right? But I think that sometimes, you know, I'm like, yeah, the exposure is great, but it comes with such a high cost. One of the things that I love about the BBA is that I feel at least, as though you guys just genuinely want to put us in a place where people see us
And that's true.
without taking so much from us, right?
That is correct.
You know, for me, that's big. It's like, look, I mean, I'm here right now, and you basically had to call me and be like, Addy, we have the podcast. Are you ready? You know, because again, I'm busy. I have a full-time job and a full-time business, but at the same time, you are genuinely invested in seeing this Black business grow,
Yes,
right? Like
we are.
you guys are genuinely invested in wanting it to succeed, to the point where the vendor fees are super low, like they're affordable. You keep me in mind when y'all have events. You want me to be in certain places. To me, that's priceless, right? And
It
the
is.
way that not only do you say it with your mouth, but you purchase the products too.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
Anne Marie is out here buying the stuff. Oh, let me get this for this person and for that person. Let me see what you got, Addy.
And she does. She stocks up.
She
people too
does,
as well.
right? So, to me, that's beautiful because
Yes.
it's like you're talking the talk and you're walking the walk. So
And
that's a
in
big
itself
one
is
for
priceless.
me. Yes, that's
Yes.
priceless for me.
Priceless,
It's
yes.
priceless for me. There's no strings attached.
Okay.
No, there's no strings attached.
So you heard for yourselves all about the BBA and how we help our clients.
Yes.
So see, I like to say no monkey business here.
Yeah.
No monkey business. It's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Whatever you want, go for it.
Yeah.
And we're here for you in many ways than one. So in closing, I want you to look in the camera and just tell the audience, I'm trying to, how can they get a hold of you? And if there's someone out there, a business person, an entrepreneur, who at this point they feel like quitting because things, not like yours, you just didn't give up.
Yeah.
You had that you still do have that bulldog tenacity.
Yes.
How about the person who's out there, they're watching, they're listening, and they figure, well, yeah, work for her. I don't think it's going to work for me.
Yeah.
What would you tell them? What encouragement would you give them?
Yeah. Well, I want to say we all have a gift. Multiple gifts, actually. We all have a gift. No one can do what you do the way you do. I'm pretty sure there are multiple soap companies out there. Tons of soap companies, actually. But no one does them the way I do them. The care that I put in, the names that I give them, the ingredients I add, and the same applies to you. No one cooks that oxtail the way you do. No one designs that website the way you do. So just continue pursuing it. There's a reason why God put that desire in your heart.
Okay.
And then in terms of where to find our products, well, I will say our products are multifaceted. So to the business owner out there, to the person who has a business, a corporation, a nonprofit, when you go to your events and you have a booth, keep our products in mind. We do lots of private labeling, so we can put your business logo on our products. You can bulk order hundreds and hundreds of soap if you want to put it on your booth. Our website is www.tierrasoap.com. So that's TIERRASOAP.com. You can Google us, Instagram, Facebook. We are at every farmer's market on Sundays, on Whaley Ave, the City Seed Farmers Market, Whaley Avenue, New Haven, from 10 to 1 o'clock. Catch us at BBA events. Anytime the BBA is having an event, most likely we are a vendor for their events. And we also sell locally. So if you are also a business owner with a brick and mortar, please reach out. We can have your products at your shop. We're very flexible with our products. Keep us in mind for your weddings and your baby showers and your bridal showers. We can create a memorable favor for your event. And yeah, I think I covered all the bases.
You did. And so you've heard everything for yourself. There's just no excuses. So as we go off the air, thank you once again.
Thank you.
For another wonderful episode of Journey to Success, sponsored by none other than us, the Black Business Alliance. We see you next time. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so
Addy.
much, Marjorie.
God bless you. Bye-bye now.
All right, take care, everyone.
Bye now.